The Switch is one of the more notable episodes of Tales from the Crypt Season 2.
I tell the story.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's directorial debut, written by Richard Tuggle and Michael Tav, and shot by Joost Vakeno of Total Recall fame. Based on a story from Tales from the Crypt number 45, this is the first episode of the TV series to actually be based on a comic bearing the Tales from the Crypt title. It also features an Emmy-nominated performance from William Hickey, the first of several Primetime Emmy nominations for the show. Elderly and wealthy Carlton Webster is in love with a beautiful young woman. Carlton's butler, Fulton, has concerns that she is only after his employer's money, but Carlton encourages that he is keeping his vast fortune a secret. He wants her to love him for him, not for his riches. That night, our dear old Mr. Webster sees the object of his affection, Linda. He asks her to marry him, but she can't. His old, withered face isn't what she's looking for.
I know that I could never marry you. You look too old. Old enough to be my grandfather.
At first, Carlton is hurt, but he assures Linda that everything will work out. She will get what she wants. No regular doctor is able to help Carlton with the extreme surgery he seeks.
You understand that this kind of referral doesn't come cheap, don't you?
Carlton then visits the ethically ambiguous Dr. Faulkner about restoring his youth. The doctor has performed such services before in Germany, but not here in the States. The procedure will cost Carlton Webster at least $200,000, or $1 million in the show. Carlton is unsure about the high price tag. The doctor explains his fee is only a fraction of the cost. The rest of the money is for George, the young man giving up his face for the old man's. Now, this is one weird touch from the show. The young man is instead named Hans, played by Rick Rossovich, and the doctor insinuates that he breeds men of physical perfection.
So what do you think of him, Mr. Webster? A good, strong jaw, solid cheekbones, sparkling green eyes, excellent genes. I should know. I helped to breed them myself.
Don't forget my hair.
Oh, that's right.
I don't get it, but it doesn't affect our story. Schwarzenegger rarely gives into the Mad Doctor style, giving the doc an Igor-type assistant, a lightning storm, and kooky camera work as he performs the switch. The operation is a success. The doc has switched the faces. Old is now young, and young is now old. After waiting through a couple weeks of recovery time, Carlton couldn't be more excited to show Linda. However, the doc hints that Mr. Webster may need the young man's services once more in the future.
Here is Hans.
Oh, he's around. I'm going to keep him here just in case we need him again.
Carlton rushes to his beloved Linda. She can't believe her eyes, and neither can we with this makeup job.
Surprise.
Oh my God.
Carlton claims the surgeon was a friend of his and didn't have to worry about paying. Unfortunately for our lovesick lead, Carlton still isn't the man Linda wants. Though his face is young again, his body remains wrinkled and aged. Carlton once again vows that he will give her what she wants. Dr. Faulkner is confident he can give our dear Mr. Webster a new torso, but this time, the procedure will cost even more, draining Carlton of most of his fortune.
Do you think you're doing the right thing, sir?
What do you mean, Fulton?
I love that the show fleshes out the relationship between Carlton and his butler. Fulton shows genuine concern for his employer, wondering if he's making the right choice. We all know this is Tales from the Crypt, and things won't end well for our protagonist, but Carlton remains blinded by love. Another successful operation. Dr. Faulkner has switched the midsections of the face-swapped Carlton and George is beginning to enjoy his newly acquired riches. Once again, Carlton rushes to Linda, and also once again, she is astounded by the change. But still, she refuses to marry him. The sight of his scrawny, weathered arms and legs hanging from his muscular body sickens her. The show had to work around this plot point a little. Here, the doctor actually replaces Carlton's entire upper body, arms and all. And now Carlton is played by Rick Rossovich, with William Hickey dubbing his lines. I guess the makeup and special effects teams couldn't figure out how to make the actor's arms look old. Also, notice how his legs remain covered. But we get this little moment of trick editing to sell the illusion.
Let's go. What's wrong?
Carlton is nearly at his wit's end with Linda, yet he relents that he will once and for all get her what she wants. The doctor will replace Carlton's arms and legs, all 3 of his legs.
What do you mean?
Well, you're forgetting the most crucial limb of all. The limb that, if you truly wish to satisfy your lover, is the limb that she would want to replace most of all.
And this time, love will cost our conflicted Carlton the last of his fortune. After yet another few weeks in recovery, Carlton Webster is a completely new man from head to toe. He doesn't care that he no longer has a penny to his name, now that he will have Linda as his wife. He bids the doctor farewell and is off to see his bride-to-be at her apartment. Only she doesn't live there anymore. He goes to her new address, a luxurious penthouse. Proud of the man he has become, he proclaims she must marry him now. Linda laughs. Carlton will never be the man she was looking for, no matter how he looks. Besides, she's already married. The kind of man she really wanted to marry is a millionaire. She used Carlton's looks as a way of letting him down easy, since to her knowledge, he was poor. Linda introduces Carlton to her new husband. The very man he's given his body and money to. An appalled Carlton stares at his old face, his old body, and his old arms and legs, with the woman he loved and his former butler. Cue the maniacal laugh. I love The Switch. Schwarzenegger and the screenwriters remain faithful to the original story, while fleshing out the relationships and personalities of the characters. The only thing I didn't like was a random attempted carjacking scene that has nothing to do with anything.
You want a ride? You can have a ride. Anybody else want a ride?
Let's go, boys.
2 men switching bodies, only parts at a time, isn't an easy concept to pull off, but the team behind this episode was up to the challenge. And there were some heavy hitters on this crew, including Chris Wallace and Stephen Dupuis, who each won an Oscar for their makeup for The Fly. Arnold Schwarzenegger directed a really fun horror story for Tales from the Crypt, and it makes me wonder what else he could have brought us from behind the camera.
Hey!
From director Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
Christmas in Connecticut.